Good evening, League. Roger here, coming to you on a Wednesday, and I'll level with you up front. The standings feed and a weekly scoreboard both came back forbidden today. 403, a closed door. There's a Buddhist teaching about not clinging to what you cannot hold, and today the fantasy dashboard is teaching me that lesson personally. So we'll do this old school. Let's talk about what actually happened on the field last night and let the categories sort themselves out when the feed comes back. Detroit dismantled Baltimore 14 to nothing. That is not a baseball score. That is a math problem someone forgot to finish. Every Tigers bat with a pulse contributed. And if you had Detroit hitters starting last night, your runs and RBI columns just took a very healthy leap forward. Whoever drew the assignment for Baltimore is a name that is going to sting in the ERA and WHIP categories for a while. Over in Cincinnati, the Guardians and Reds split a doubleheader, 6-5 in the opener, 2-0 in the nightcap. The kind of split that reminds you baseball doesn't owe anyone a narrative. Arizona edged Pittsburgh 8-7, a game that probably swung 4 or 5 categories in a single evening, depending on who was rostered. Same story out in San Diego, where the Padres walked off Colorado 8-7. Close games are where saves and holds get earned. A few NSVH ledgers got a real workout last night. Milwaukee ran over San Francisco 8-2. The Cubs put 10 on the Cardinals. If you had Chicago or Brewers bats, count your blessings. If you had Giants or Cardinals pitching, the middle way suggests we do not dwell. Now, deep breath. The Yankees beat the White Sox 3-2. I want you to understand something. A one-run Yankee win in Chicago is exactly the kind of result that used to have me on the phone with a man named Tony in the old days. I am grateful, truly grateful, that fantasy baseball exists as a healthier outlet. Mostly grateful, 90% grateful. As Yogi Berra once said, you can't think and hit at the same time. That may have been the Buddha. Either way, it applies to the Bronx. Elsewhere, Houston edged the Angels 3-2. Texas handled Tampa 4-1. Boston dropped a close 1 to the Athletics. Toronto lost a slugfest in Washington 8-6. Small margins across the board, which is fantasy baseball in a nutshell. Once the scoreboard feed comes back tomorrow, we will go matchup by matchup and see who these results actually help. And I'll have names, numbers, and standings for you. Until then, take care of yourselves out there. This is Roger. May your streamers stream and your closers close.